Now, let's imagine Bob did fall for one of these email attachments, or even just wanted to download some new software that seemed legitimate, at face value. A file runs on his system, and since he's the manager, he requested to be administrator. So he can run files without any additional IT problems. This is where we were looking at multiple options for endpoint protection. The three big ways to actually cover a device or endpoint would be first, endpoint detection and response, also known as EDR. So what's EDR? EDR is a tool installed on devices which monitors for any suspected malicious behavior, such as connections to malicious websites or software, which is unknown or performing suspicious activity. Then there's a Security Operations Center, which is also known as a SOC. It's a service provided whereby security engineers monitor alerts received by different automated sources, and then they assess those alerts and the severity of what has been found in order to take action or identify security incidents. And lastly, you have managed detection and response, also known as MDR. What MDR does is it utilizes the SOC in order to respond accordingly to those EDR threats that we mentioned earlier. These come together to monitor and protect Bob's devices, identifying threats and swiftly neutralizing any suspicious activities before they can infiltrate his system and the network. The fact that installs aren't locked down to approved IT personnel, that in itself is a big issue. So now we're on to remediation and protection of those applications by utilizing backend systems to find odd behavior or requests not necessarily visible on Bob's screen, but they're happening in the background of his computer or the network itself. Web requests and check-ins to known botnet locations, that's a very popular one. And malware can be installed on systems for days or even months before the attack is realized. And that could be sending data, keystrokes, just general network information to malicious actors outside of the organization.